where I have my lights and stuff already still out, I figured let's go ahead and we just shoot some lipstick. So I went ahead and we got some lipstick and set it up. I do have a behind the scenes video for this. I don't know if I will include it at the end of this video or have it as a separate video. I won't know until I get to the end here and then we'll see what happens. So either way, I will put a link or it will be on the end of this video, either one. So let's dive into it. I took quite a bit of pictures of this. I took some pictures of it staged differently than this. I can go through and show you one of those. After I got into the shoot a little bit, I didn't like how it turned out. You can see these ones here in red was the first time shooting this that I'd done. I didn't like how we had a red cast on this cover here, so I went ahead and changed it. So I moved one thing, so I had to just redo the entire shoot. So I couldn't, salvage anything. I probably could have really tried. But I did salvage. This is what I ended up at, was these. And I did narrow these down to about 5 or 6. Because 2 of these is my final edit. One is a Photoshop file and then one is the final image. I picked out the ones I wanted was these right here, was these 5. I selected them and took them into Photoshop. Let's go ahead and we just give you a sneak peek here of the final image here after the complete edit. So if you give you something to look forward to hang around. I didn't go into the detail by detail how I done this because it took me forever to mask these out. I'm not really that confident in doing quick masking, so it took me a while to do that. So I didn't include that in the video. So I just went over through there and just did my file save. But this is my final image here that we will show you how I got to. Let's jump into Photoshop. And here you can see how the image comes together. Of course, you can see here it is a little crooked. I did do a final straightening in Photoshop. I broke this down into folders. Here is my light painting that I done. And then of course here is my lighting that I done. I did pick a base image that I did use, and I went ahead and locked that in case I ever needed to make a copy of it, or got delete happy and tried to delete it. But this was the base image that I used. It's the same image as these other ones right here. I just went ahead and used these as my one or two. This is my. I did do a photo a mass merge on one other picture that is no longer here, and I went ahead and changed its name and stuff. So, but this is what I used for my base image. I did include a black solid color just to help when I did my masking and stuff. If all I could go to black, so we can enable that, and you see everything turns black. Here's my first masking that I've done here, just for the product by itself, because you can see it just has no depth. It's just like it's just floating in space. Or you need something to anchor your images with, unless it's designed to be floating. Of course, this is designed to be on a table or something, so you do need some sort of reflection or maybe a break-in background or something to break the picture up a little bit. So I did have all these other ones on lighten mode at 100% opacity and fill. And of course, where I've done masked out the product and I used the information from below, it did bring back some of the bottom reflections a little bit, which was nice. You don't have to make that. Of course, you can go through and make a reflection, but I didn't have to. So here you can see my mask here I used on this one. This one here I used 2 pictures, and I masked the top and masked the bottom. Then I combined them together to make a single masked picture, because it's easy for me to do it that way instead of all at one time. If you have to break up your work like that, go ahead and do it. And then if you have to combine it together to get what you need, do what you got to do. Of course, other people would have done this all one picture, but I'm not other people. So, and here you can see here on this one, my mask is down on the bottom. As you can see here, that's kind of brought back the reflection. This one here, I just copied the mask up and inverted it. So you can see here, because this was just the external lighting that I done. And, it popped up to, just how weird how just one little simple edit can really make a picture pop. It don't take very much. This one here was the purple here. I didn't like how it turned out. Of course, I also had the red in there too, but I didn't like how the purple done. I actually tried to cut part of it off. Of course, I also had to cut the reflection off some too. That's where it went back down this way a little bit. I didn't like that. Then I just ended up, I just didn't even like the purple because it made like a big cast here that I could not get rid of. So I just did not use the purple at all. And I went with the red, which I thought was really, really nice. It was a simple color. It actually, pulls your eye over more to the actual big name here. Of course, I got the name on both lipsticks is here, but it just sort of swoops you over here to this main name here that you're seeing here. So this is the final image that I did. I did save this as a Photoshop file in case I did want to go through and edit this again. I can. If you've got the space, you can store your large files. You can. But if you don't, you can flatten this image down and it gets rid of all that extra space. You just combines all the other one picture. But if I ever wanted to edit this picture again, that's why I didn't flatten this image. I did save this as a TIFF and also as a Photoshop file. The TIFF I went through and renamed it as lipstick for my final edit photo. Then I imported that into Lightroom. I could have just went ahead and just saved it and then imported it back into itself, but it had been that picture number, and I didn't want that, so I just went ahead and just saved it as a file name and just re-imported it as a separate picture. You can see here is the final image, the edited image after I got through when I went ahead and straightened everything. Here is the Photoshop file. You can see here a little bit. It is a little bit crooked, but that's okay. That's why you edit your pictures, because you can straighten them up a little bit. Here is how I edited it. I didn't change any of the other settings. Only thing I did change was my camera settings here on the bottom. My lens corrections profile. I did enable that. The only thing I did enable, I enabled that before I set these pictures into Photoshop. I did went ahead and done that before I done that and sent them over, and I did do a straighten on this image. Of course, you can see here how I straightened it. I can make this grid pop up here a little bit if I can get it to cooperate without moving. And I just used the little slider here to straighten the image and then hit done, and that was my final image. Then I just went ahead and I just exported this off as a JPEG, full size JPEG. Then I also edited it out at a 75% for thumbnail for the YouTube video. So hope this encourages you guys to do photography. Find you something to photograph. It could be anything. The sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want. If you got something, Matchbox cars or anything, food, potatoes, forks, knives, it don't matter. As long as you photograph something. So I figured I'd just do a lipstick video where I done the nail polish video before. I figured I'd just follow up with that. So thanks for watching. If you see me out once again before, do come up and say hi. I will talk to you. And if you have any other ideas that you'd like to see done of types of photography, please feel free to comment below. If you have any questions, also comment below. I will respond. And like and subscribe as always if you so wish. And thanks for watching.